On the 21st of September, when there were 6,000 new cases a day, Sage talked about there being a national lockdown being necessary, a circuit breaker. And you waited for you waited for 7 weeks.
Look, you could have spent
7 weeks, and it was then £24,000.
This is absolute nonsense. Absolute nonsense. You could have spent from March onwards. You could have spent the entire year in lockdown. You could have closed every
your own scientific advisors. You say you follow the science. Your own scientific advisors said time for a lockdown.
Scientific advisors have said all sorts of different things at different times.
So you're not following the science.
And they're by no means unanimous. And what is absolutely clear, of course, is that you could have, from March onwards, you could have closed down all transmission. The government could have basically pastoralised the UK economy.
You could have done that.
And by the way, there are people who advocate that. There are scientists who say that would have been the sensible thing.
And a lot of people would be alive now who aren't if you'd done that.
However, the damage to people's mental health, the damage to the long-term prospects of young people growing up in this country, the exacerbation of the gap between rich and poor, that would have been colossal. That would have been colossal. And it was the job of government to manage a very, very difficult situation, which is being faced by every liberal democracy in Western Europe, as I think Sir Mark Walpert just pointed out. And when you talk about how we should have locked down in September or done things differently, plenty of people have tried to do that. I mean, I think
the virus spread a lot in those 7 weeks. In those 7 weeks, the virus spread very fast.
They had a lockdown I seem to remember, in Wales in September. They locked down tight. They then took the brakes off, and the virus immediately surged again. What we could not have reasonably predicted was that the virus would be spreading again by 50 to 70% faster. And actually, if you look at what
you couldn't have known that, but you did know the mutations were likely.
But look at what the Tier 3 measures were achieving. And I think this is where people should remember the achievement of people in Liverpool, in Manchester, other parts of the country, where working together with mass community testing,
Liverpool,
they got the virus down.
Liverpool, which did what you want. Liverpool,
achievement,
which did what you want, are now calling for a national lockdown.
Well, there are plenty of places that worked very, very hard and very, very well to get the virus well down. And I don't believe it would have been sensible to have forced all those areas into more extreme measures, particularly after they'd already shown that by pulling together as a community, they could do what it took.
A lot of people up and down the country, a lot of people up and down the country are saying that you simply moved too late. In each case, you have been buffeted by events, you've held off for too long, and you've done the right thing a few weeks too late.
I make the same point. People will always argue that, and I think it was Sir Mark Walpert who just said on your show just now that the retrospectoscope is a magnificent instrument. But
except
actually,
you had the report.
No,
you had the report. You didn't need a retrospective scope. You had the prediction.
No, I don't think anybody could reasonably quarrel with this point. If you want to stop coronavirus spreading, then of course it's open to you or to any government to close down the entire economy for the duration. If you look at all these examples of fire breaks or circuit breakers, all they do is buy you some temporary respite. What we're doing now is using the tiering system, which is a very tough system.
And about to get tougher.
And alas, probably about to get tougher, to keep things under control. But we'll review it.
Okay.
We'll review it. And we have the prospect of vaccines coming down the track in their tens of millions, offering people literally life and hope.